Hello, everybody. This is Mo Elias. Today we're going to do a live stream. We're going to do a live stream every Thursday, and I'm going to tell you guys about that in a second. I want to introduce my partner and the co-founder of the company, Framing POS, Aslan. Aslan, how's it going?
Hey, nice to meet you guys. My name is Aslan. I'm the technical lead of this project. I'm based out of Brooklyn, New York, and I've been working with Mo for well over a year now on this. So it's pretty exciting.
All right, guys. So we're going to talk about what we're doing. There were some bugs that people reported already that we're working on. We're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about some pricing options. So we are live on several platforms. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, on Instagram. So if you have a question, go ahead and type it in, and then I'm going to put it on a screen and try to get an answer to that. Maybe the first thing we do is I want maybe people type in where you're from. So we know right now our software is only available in America, but I spoke with some folks, and we could possibly make it available in English-speaking countries such as Australia, Canada, and UK. What other countries speak English, Aslan? Do you know?
I mean, there's a bunch in Europe, but I think Australia has like a big presence in the framing industry, at least. So definitely thinking about that.
Okay. Hey, I got Chris Sweeney here. Chris is in Miami. Chris, how are you? Chris has got a question. How do I transfer my Lifesaver to the new system? So Chris, Aslan has the software that. Why don't you tell us, Aslan? Because
Sure. Yeah, the transfer software is in development right now. So you're going to be able to transfer all your data from Lifesaver and if you're in Frame Ready as well. So those are the two that we're working on right now. So it's coming soon. It's not in the beta yet, but keep your eye out for that.
So, Chris, you have Lifesaver Desktop or Lifesaver, what's the other one? Web?
Cloud, yeah.
Cloud.
Mhm.
So both of these, we can transfer the information, right? We have to do it for them, or they can do it themselves?
It would be us doing it. So through our admin panel, we can transfer everything over.
Okay. All right. So Chris is, oh, she says she is on Cloud. Oh, Cloud. So we just need your username and password, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, we just need a username and password, and then Aslan can do that transfer. We can actually transfer from any modern point of sale, and we can get your pricing, we can get your data, work order detail too, right, Aslan?
Yeah, work orders, invoices, customers, and pricing is a big one. I know a lot of people are a little hesitant to switch to a new point of sale software because they have to like set up the pricing all over again. But we have a process in place that transfers over your pricing, so you don't have to do that from scratch.
Here's a good question. Chris is asking, what is the ETA for this so I can really start test driving? So she is looking to transfer from Lifesaver Cloud into our platform.
It would definitely be before a launch. Mo, you could, if you want, you can talk about our launch date and everything so people are up to speed.
So our launch date is going to be by the end of this year. We are getting ready for the West Coast Art and Frame. We're looking to get a booth. So by then we'll be ready. But Chris, if you give us access to your account, we can probably start getting some data up there for you on our platform so you can really mess around with it for a little bit until we finish some of the bugs. There's a bunch of bugs that people reported, obviously. We're going to talk about those in a second. But Aslan, can we transfer data for her now so she can really kind of play with it?
Currently, not yet, because we still have a couple of bugs to iron out.
Okay.
But once those are done, definitely the customer information, the work orders, and the invoices. We're still working on the pricing, though, so that'll take a little bit more time.
Okay. But Chris, if you want to just transfer those things, the work order, invoice, and so on, we can do that for you fairly quickly. I would say, what, a week to 10 days, Aslan? Is that reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah, a week to 10 days. All right, let's see here. I had some questions. There's some bugs that people asked, so I'm going to discuss those as well. I just want to make sure that I know what's going on Instagram. because there are people on Instagram on this, and then we'll answer that. Okay, Jennifer. Let's see. Jennifer's asking, what about frame ready transfer? I'm not on a cloud version. Go ahead, Aslan.
So yeah, frame ready, we are focusing on the desktop version right now. Cloud version, we're still working on some bugs, but
Wait, frame ready does not have a cloud version, does it?
there's a server version.
Oh,
It's not
server.
a cloud.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, it'll be around the same time. It'll be ready in the same time as Lifesaver. So same answer basically.
Let's see. Lisa says, I have Lifesaver desktop. Is it easy to transfer this to?
Yeah, same process.
Same process.
Mhm.
How, can we transfer pricing from Lifesaver desktop?
I'll have to look into it. I know that pricing in Frame Ready Desktop and Lifesaver Cloud is what we're focusing on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to look into the desktop one.
Okay. We have Chris Sweeney. If I start a transfer now, when the pricing is complete, would you retransfer all the data? Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Guys, as a beta tester, we're actually counting on you guys to make the product better. So you can be sure that we'll be bending over backwards for you to make things happen. So we'll be happy to do that, Chris. Definitely, we're going to be happy to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're building the software for you guys. So, whatever your feedback is, it's really helpful. We'll try to do our best for you guys.
So, when we started, I said, let's get a minimum viable product, something that we can just have ready that works. And then whoever signs up and they say, look, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want this, then we can start adding those features for them. I think that would make the most sense instead of me telling them, oh, you need a door, you need a window. I think if the users tell us this is what we need, I think that would make it a lot of sense for us. Aslan, I'm going to go ahead and check Instagram here. Guys, on Instagram, I'm sorry, I can't see your notes, your messages. So it doesn't show on this screen. I got to get my phone up. So Aslan, you can go ahead talk about some of the stuff that we have working, some of the stuff that we can publicly talk about, because there was somebody asking about a roadmap. So maybe you can discuss that a little bit if you can.
Yeah, so we are going to have a page on our info.framingpos site. It's going to have a complete roadmap of features that we're going to add in the future, possible dates when they'll be available. Right now, I can tell you what we're working on. We got some feedback from people saying, like, for example, we're only using decimals right now in our demo, but we want to add like fractions because that's like the standard for most frame shops in America. Yeah. So fractions in the work orders, when calculating sizes for frames and like mat boards and all that. There's also adding miscellaneous items to your work orders. I know some places you got to add like labor costs to the work orders, so we're going to add that as well. Let's see what else. White space. So we can add white space to your mat boards, so the space between the mat boards and the art size. We're working on having that added to the work order as well. We actually just added a preview for our work orders. Let me.
Can you show that?
Yeah, I can share that. Share screen. Just give me 1 sec. Okay.
Oh, Chris likes the dashboard. Chris, the dashboard is fake right now, but we have someone working on it. And when you log in, you're going to see that. So we're going to come up with some data that you want to see, and then we'll add it there. So this is just fake because it would be nice to see. I love it too. I think it would be great to have there.
Yeah, this is what we're aiming for. So this is what we're going to have in the future.
Yep. So dashboard right there. Go ahead.
Yeah. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I'm just going to go to work orders, and let's say I want to add a new work order. Let's just make this 16 by 20. I'm going to search for molding. I'll just put this. So this is a 3/4 inch molding. And there's like a little preview here that shows the outer size of it. So the art size is 16 by 20, but the outer size of the frame is 17.5 by 21.5. If I add another molding here, it's going to go here. And then it adds that as well. So the outermost is the first one we added, and then the innermost is the second one. And then we can keep adding more and more.
No, this was something that Sheila mentioned yesterday. She went into the account and she's like, well, how do I know which frame is the top, the outside and then the inner? And I'm like, oh, it's obvious, but obviously it's not, because if somebody says, how does it work? We didn't communicate that well. So Aslan worked overnight and he added this little graphic. So the graphic tells you the outside frame. Aslan, can you do like Control P or Control Plus until I see that graphic a little closer?
Sure, yeah. Let me make it bigger.
Yeah, there you go. See, that tells me the outer frame is 1000, the core, then it's 1001, and then again it's 1001. So in text you can see it, but also he added this little graphics. And you said you're going to apply this in the mats too. Is that already finished?
Yeah, it's already finished. So let me give you an example. Let's just do a 1-inch mat all around. Let's just do this random mat here. Okay, so this is the top right corner of the mat. You can see it's 18 by 22. If I add,
I can't see. It's a little too tight.
Oh, sorry. Let me just zoom that in.
Yeah.
If I choose another one, I'm just going to do the same one. You can see that the reveal is 0.25, and that's what it looks like in the graphic.
Is it is the sizing to scale even?
Yes, it is. So 4 of these would fit in, because it's a 1/4 inch here. So 4 of these would fit in the outer mat. If I can change the mat here, the reveal, so now they're equal. And I can do this for as many mats as I want. Okay. And it labels each one as well.
That was a quick fix. Sheila brought this up yesterday, and Aslan put that together today. That was very good. Look, I've got Chris is asking, what vendor data is currently loaded in the system, and what do the current prices reflect? Chris, I think maybe you can rephrase the second part of the question. On the first one, we have Larson Decor and I think Roma. So whoever's got their data on their website, we just downloaded it from their website and added it. I got very quickly, I got an email from Vermont Hardwoods, David. He sent me his data. So Vermont Hardwoods is going to be getting loaded soon. If you're a vendor right now, our email is at the bottom, contact@framingpos.com. Please send us your data and put us on your email blast list so we can update your data all the time. If somebody has a website and your website has current data that we can download, we'll just do it ourselves. So you don't have to send us that stuff. But it'll be good for us to to know how to log in, because most of these are under login. I also got a pricing from Tony from Roma. He sent it to us right away, so that was good. Did we load Roma yet, Aslan?
Is that under Madboards or
no? Under molding. Go to molding.
Let me check. So vendors, these are the ones that we have. We don't have Roma yet.
Okay, but we have the data, so we can add that fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Lucky Rabbit is asking, any close corner vendors? No, we don't have any close corner vendors up yet. But if you look at the right of the screen here, this is something that we will be adding. So we have a little bit of ads here. You see on the right side of the screen right there. So we're showing a sample of Rhonda Feynman. So Rhonda, I'm going to get in touch with you. This is just running as an example. We will have a vendor advertising section where vendors come in and they can choose to display ads in here. So Rhonda, I'm going to add you, but any close corner company, if they will send us the information, we'll add them. I'll get in touch with Rich from AMCI. He owns several of these close corner frames, and we'll add those together. So adding the vendors is not a problem. We have a procedure, and we should be able to add pretty much anybody. That should not be a problem. All right, let's see here. I'm going to take some of these bugs that people reported, and I know we discussed them before. Let's see here. Lucky Rabbit, will you have visuals, molding masks that get loaded, i.e. profiles and colors? Chris, so as you know, in the previous time I had the Framey app, I did have the code. We have the code. Right now we're trying to focus on getting the point of sale system good to go. But we could add that in the future. But right now that is not in the future. If I were to say, Azan, when would you say? Would you say middle of next year would be a good time for us to have that available and loaded up?
Yeah, right now we're prioritizing the essential features, the base features, so that we get the point of sale system working. But yeah, middle of next year we can start working on, you know, the bells and whistles and everything that you guys ask for.
If somebody's asking for, like Chris is asking, she's a beta user. So if you're a beta user, obviously what you're asking for is going to weigh more than somebody who is not a beta user. We were going to do the beta testing for free, but we figured, hey, let's make it $100. This way people have skin in the game, and then we know, hey, this person is serious. They're using the software. These are the things they want, and we'll add it. So Chris, if you want visualization, we will work on putting that into our roadmap. I am going to find some of the bugs here. Okay, so the first one, these are from Kate and a couple other people, so I'm just going to read what Kate said. Is there a way to add a custom product, service, and labor, add order notes? Go ahead, Aslan.
Yeah, so like I said, we are adding that right now. I was mentioning the roadmap and future things that we're going to add. Right, if you want to add like miscellaneous stuff right now, let me just present. Share screen. So the way to do it right now is through the invoice page. So you would want to, let's say, create a new invoice. If you want to add like a miscellaneous item for like shipping or say labor, I can do that through that here. I'll say $20. And then yeah, this is basically how it's added right now. But for the work orders, we don't have. We're gonna have like a miscellaneous thing here. So right now, if you can just, if I say put $50 there, you can only add one miscellaneous item. So what we're gonna do is add a button here, where you can basically, just like in the invoice, how you can add as many miscellaneous items as you want. You'll be able to do that in the work order as well.
Go back to that. Can we also add notes? You know how you just added this? So can I have a label there too? See to the left of it, it says description. So I can say inside delivery, certificate of insurance, and so on. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take more, but there's some questions here. So Tracy's asking, will there be any inventory option? I'll take that if that's okay. Tracy, so what we want to do is we want to build a system that integrates with a lot of modern software. There is a software called Air Tables, air as in, you know, the air and then table. And they have a free service where they have a pre-built inventory module. What we want to do, and this is in the plans, is to attach our software, integrate our software with Air Tables. So our inventory is actually controlled in Airtables, but we are sending data in and out of Airtables, so you're going to see it properly. The way I look at it, and I don't know how to. So I lived in Saudi Arabia for a while. In Saudi Arabia, they say, let the people who bake the bread do the baking because they're good at it, right? So we're not good at keeping inventory. We'll have Airtable keep inventory, and then we'll just give you live data from it. Say, hey, look, you got 50 of this, 60 of that in stock, and this is the location, but it'll be managed by that. So we'll have that integration. It's on the roadmap. I don't know when we're going to get to that. Aslan, do we have a plan for that? A plan date right now?
We don't have a specific date, but it'll show up under your integration settings in the settings page. So currently you can integrate with Google Calendar. We're working on integrating with Gmail, so you can automatically send emails. And also we're working on Square and then Airtable.
I have a question from Lisa. So Lisa is saying, I have 2 lifesavers on computer in my shop. I will be able to do the same with your system. There is a server and a client. You want me to take that, Azlan?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we had a promotion. I was going to say wait to the end of the the video. We're going to talk about that promotion, but I'm going to talk about it now. So our server is basically sitting at Amazon servers somewhere, and the client is your computer. So anytime, and I guess in computer speak, you guys call client, right? So every time you log in, Lisa logs in from one computer, then she goes to another computer, logs in. They call that two concurrent logins. So if I go in the back of the shop and I log in a third computer, there's three concurrent logins. So what we have a promotion. I was going to announce it later, but let me find it here. All right, so here's our promotion. So you're going to get free unlimited concurrent logins until October of 2021. So for a full year, from this October to the end of October, to the 1st of October of next year, you can log in as many computers as you want with no additional charge. So Lisa, in your case, you have two locations or two computers. So it'll be just the $155 if you sign up outside the beta. If you sign within the beta, you're paying, you're getting free 6 months, and you can use unlimited computers. So you can have 6 computers, 7 computers, and do that. Now the price after you, after October 1st, on October 1st, 2025, the price will be $5 per station. I call it a station or a concurrent login. So if you have 2 computers in your store, one in the front counter and one in the back, the first one will be $55, the second will be $5, the third will be $5. Let's say you added 2 more, plus the one that's 3, 55 plus 10, that's $65. Now, what's good about that, because of our Google integration, so you can control, you can see using your phone, your iPad, whatever device is connected to a Google Calendar, you can see what's going on and what jobs you got to work on. So I think that kind of gives you an unlimited concurrent logins for free, even after the promotion is over. Azan, you want to add anything to this?
I mean, no, I think you nailed it.
Thank you. All right. Chris says, if we can provide an API, can you integrate with calendars and would also apply to other payment options? Chris, yes, we actually are using Zoho One for our subscription, for our bookkeeping. So we know Zoho well. I think I've spoken to Chris before, and she's also a Zoho user. So we can most likely add these two integrations. Chris, do you know which payment system you like to use? Because Aslan, we got to make sure they provide an API for us to integrate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Will the system generate cut list? The system today does not generate a cut list. We do not have that, but we will be happy to add that in. Specifically how you want it, I'm envisioning something with the frame, the location from the table, air tables, and maybe even a little picture in color that you can print out that tells you, hey, a little corner picture shows what the frame looks like, profile, and then the size. I think that would make it a lot simpler. So those things are very easy. Let's see here. Chris is saying we use all things. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah,
correct.
we're actually planning on creating like a app store sort of system where you can pick and choose which integrations you would like and just use those.
Yep. Now, the App Store is kind of cool. So if you want an integration that you think is useful, you pay us for it, we'll develop it for you, but then that will be the app. So that will be the Chris Sweeney app of, I don't know, Zoho Payments or something. And then anytime somebody subscribes, we'll give you a portion of that, and then that will help us make revenue. You also make a little bit of revenue. I would consider switching to Zoho Payments with this system. What's Zoho Payments, Chris? Do you know anything about Zoho Payments? Is it like Square? I don't know what Zoho Payments is. Maybe we'll Google that. If they have an API, which I'm sure they do, because Zoho has everything with API, we should be able to do all that stuff here. I'm going to look at Instagram, make sure there are no questions. All right, so we've got that covered. All right, so. Oh, Zoho Payments is an app on Zoho users. Okay, yes. So we should be able to connect to that. That should not be a problem. We're going to have one person who's just going to do integrations. And once we get one payment finished, we'll just move on to the next. I wonder what other payment services other people use. Maybe if you can just help us, even if you're not a beta user, go ahead and type in the type of payments you use. I went to a restaurant yesterday, and they used Clover. That sounds like one of the bigger payment processing companies. I'm going to say there was a company called, I don't use them anymore, I think First Data or Data something. And then Bank of America, which I hated. They tried to get out of the contract. They wanted me to pay $500. So we'll see who's using what the most, and we're going to try to integrate with those. Azan, I have a next bug. Again, I'm just listing a bunch of bugs that people reported here. I don't see a way to print a work order as of yet. All right, go ahead. You got to take this one.
Yeah, we're creating the printing stuff right now. This got brought up with our meeting with Sheila yesterday.
Yep.
So what we're gonna have right now is just let me share my screen. Actually, this will be easier to show you guys. Okay, here we have a work order screen. Right now, the printing process that we're doing is we're gonna have a little print button here, and it'll just print like a version of the page with the relevant information. So all this, the sidebar will be gone. All you're gonna have is like let me put this in. Let me just do this real quick. Yeah. It'll be more like this, where it's gonna have the relevant information like the art size, art width, the moldings, the mat boards, the glazings, and then the totals as well. We are planning on fleshing this out more, so it'll be more of a custom display with all the information that you need.
But right now, that's the quick way we're going to get it done. So the printing will be available soon, but we're going to have a nice formatted PDF with a bunch of pictures and so on that we will have at soon. I'm going to put up the promotion again. So the promotion is unlimited concurrent logins until 1st of October of next year. So you have 10 locations, 10 PCs, whatever, and using the same account, you can have as many added. We want you guys to work on it, break it, give us problems that we can fix. This way it will be a good solution for you, and it'll be a good solution for us, because the more people use it, the more people who come up with problems, the better the product will be. So it's going to be a win-win situation. All right, let's see here. Is there a timeline for planned updates through the beta testing period? So I'll take that if that's okay, Aslan. We talked about this. We're going to have, Aslan mentioned it, we're going to have it in our public website. We're going to have a roadmap page where it's going to tell you what things we're working on, what we started, what we plan to start, and when we expect it to finish. Obviously, nothing is going to be set in stone, as development takes some time, but we will finish some of these things. But we'll make everything public. We want to have everything transparent, so you know what you're in for at some point, and you will see what's coming up. Let's see here. I just want to check Instagram again. Okay. Now, did I talk about pricing earlier, Aslan? No,
you
right?
briefly mentioned it, but not the details. No.
All right. So there were some questions about the pricing. So let me just going to go over that stuff. So if you are a beta user, we still have some slots open for beta users. A beta tester or a user pays $99 one-time fee, plus you get 6 months free service. Then after that, you pay $1 a month, basically $30 a month to the end of 2025. After that, all the pricing goes to our normal pricing. Now, this is only for beta users, okay? So if you're not a beta user, you don't get this. And then after that, the normal pricing is going to be a one-time setup fee of $295 plus $55 a month. And we're not going to make you pay for a year or two. You pay per month. You don't like the service, you can cancel, and no harm done. We don't want to get you stuck in a situation where you're like, I paid for 2 years, I don't know what to do, and so on. The next thing I wanted to talk about here, the product will be launched. We will be ready to launch by the end of 2024. We'll be ready and good to go. Is it computer speak to say alpha launch with this beta launch?
Well, alpha actually comes first, and then it's a beta launch.
Oh, so we're gonna do Delta launch then, right?
Yeah, I guess we skip the alpha version.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the final version that is very usable by the Vegas show, and I'm trying to get a booth. So this came out before because Lisa had a question, but we have an unlimited concurrent logins until October 1st, 2025. We want everybody to log in, try to break it, find problems, and let us know. All right, let's see here. I don't have any questions on Instagram. I'm going to be posting a recording of this on Facebook. The one on YouTube is going to stay so you can publicly see, so you can look at it. Let's see here. Lisa's got one more question. Where can I get set up as a beta user? Oh, I forgot to put a link to that. What is the link to that?
It's info.framingpos.com/beta.
Hold on, let me change that. info.framingpos.com/beta. Oh, there you go. So did I spell that right? There you go. It says info.framingpos.com/beta. Right now, beta is open. We're trying to kind of limit how many people we can take in, but right now we are accepting. So if you go right now, you'll be able to get in. It's $99. We want to charge a little bit of money so people are in and they're serious about the bugs they're reporting to us. Let's see here. Aslan, do you have anything to add? Because I think I addressed most of the questions that I got here and some of the bugs that people reported. We talked about that. We're going to try to do this every Thursday about the same time, but if somebody wants it a different time.
Tuesday, actually, not Thursday.
Oh, Tuesdays.
Tuesdays
at 5 o'clock. Whatever I say, don't listen. Whatever Aslan says, that's the right. He talks properly more than I do. All right. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm all set.
Okay. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.